Hi, my name is Ben. I was born in 2004, making me a Gen Zer, and I've grown up with digital communications and the internet as a fact of life. Given this, I hadn't thought too much about how this technology affected me or those around me until 2020. When seemingly everything moved online, I saw firsthand the opportunities and challenges presented by digital communications. I saw some of my close friends and family struggle to adapt to an increasingly digital world, and saw others thrive and use these technologies to create new and exciting opportunities for themselves. There's no manual or all-encompassing guide for how to use these technologies the right way, and seeing how this is an ongoing conversation, I thought that I would add my own perspective to it, and list some of the challenges and opportunities that I've seen growing up around this technology. Let's start with the opportunities. It is easier now than ever before to connect with people from all over the world, share experiences, learn new skills, and create a career path for oneself through non-traditional means. I have friends that have started marketing companies, fitness coaching programs, streaming careers, and much more. Just counting people I know personally, I've seen almost a dozen individuals start career paths in areas that didn't exist or were extremely limited before social media. If you're in Gen Z watching this, you can probably relate. Even among those I know who have pursued traditional career paths, many of them have learned necessary skills or made valuable connections through social media that they would not have otherwise. Overall, the opportunity to learn and grow in one's career is massive, to the point where you are at a severe disadvantage if you choose not to use it. Additionally, the widespread adoption of virtual work and/or school presents new opportunities for companies and people alike. Companies can now look to a much wider pool of talent when considering who to hire, as location is no longer a barrier. This allows people to pursue careers wherever an office is headquartered, offering more flexibility and making the transition between jobs less jarring. Overall, if you are a motivated and creative person, the opportunities that digital communications present for career and personal growth are endless. Now for the challenges. One of the first things that critics of the digital age will mention is how addictive this new technology can be. And while I think this can be overblown, there's undeniably some truth to it. Many studies and surveys show that screen time for teenagers specifically is alarmingly high, and short-form content on Instagram and TikTok is designed to exacerbate this. At younger ages especially, we tend to chase the dopamine that these social platforms give us without considering the potential harmful effects of prolonged exposure to them. While this is something I think can be mitigated by delaying the introduction of smartphones and social media, it is something we must consider and be aware of at any age. Related to this is the challenge of combating misinformation. As I mentioned earlier, there's a seemingly endless amount of helpful information and resources online, and just as much mis and disinformation. Whereas the old gatekeepers of information were far from perfect, there were standards of fact-checking and vetting of sources that don't exist on social media. When things are fact-checked on social media, it is always after the fact, meaning that posts can be up for hours and only tagged or removed once verified to be false. This is not nearly as effective as preemptive vetting, as even if something is fact-checked, millions of people could have seen it and believed it to be true. Someone reading and believing misinformation can be damaging on a personal and society-wide level. So, how do we mitigate this? I was lucky enough to be taught about media literacy and source evaluation in high school, which I think gives me a healthy skepticism of anything I see online. This is crucial to not only kids, but adults that may have grown up without this technology. A lot of the mis and disinformation online is not sophisticated and can be disregarded or at least heavily doubted from a cursory review of the source. Doing this will allow you to disregard the spam and wrong information and benefit from the helpful information that is all over the internet. What I've seen be helpful for myself and others is intentionally curating our feeds. We can often look to social media as an escape from our real lives, ignoring the fact that the distinction between real life and online is not so clear. Whatever your passions are in life, follow reputable accounts related to them. For example, if you're interested in fitness and regularly pursue that in person, look at social media as a way to continue learning and sharing community around fitness. I challenge everyone watching this to seriously consider what their passions and goals are in life, and ask themselves whether their social media presence and activity really reflects this. This doesn't mean that you can never use social media for pure enjoyment. A little escapism is natural and can be harmless, but there's too much useful information to not be taking advantage of. To summarize the message of this video, be intentional, be skeptical, and remember that your digital life is very much your real life. Thank you so much for watching.